You know, the sportsbook's a funny little beast. Always dressing up the Panthers like royalty, rolling out the red carpet. And the Canadiens, tossed out back like last week's garbage. But tonight, that royal crown's sitting crooked. And the garbage might just bite back. Florida's sitting at minus 185 on the money line. Big, shiny favorites. They've been in this spot 61 times this year. Know how many times they cashed it? 37. That's not a king, that's a coin flip. And when the odds are juiced like this, 18 wins, 9 losses. Not exactly the stuff of legends. In their last 10 games, the Panthers are skating water, 5-5, scoring just 2.3 goals per night. That ain't domination, that's survival. But here's where the bookies won't look you in the eye, the Canadiens at plus 155. Same story, different night. Underdogs, again. They've been underdogs 64 times this year, and stolen the crown 29 times. Nearly half. And when they've been priced like tonight, plus 155 or longer, they're 13-14, basically a coin toss. But you're not supposed to know that. Now look at their last 10 games, Montreal's not rolling over. 4-3-3. They're scoring 3.4 goals per game, more than Florida, and yet, the sportsbook's dangling a total of 5.5 goals. Like it's gonna be a slow, grind-it-out defensive war. But the numbers, they're screaming chaos. Montreal's giving up 3.6 goals per game in their last 10. Scoring 3.4, that's not chess, that's a bar fight. Florida, they're leaking 2.4 goals against per game. So what's the play? And today's AI pick is over 5.5 goals. Because sometimes, the best bet is the one the bookie's hoping you won't notice. Now, let's keep this circus rollin', on to game 2. Malachi and Elvis are waitin'.
You know, Elvis, I've been around enough ice rinks and crooked sportsbooks to spot a setup when I see one. And tonight, they want you to believe the Capitals are gonna roll Boston like a cheap suit. But me? I smell something fishy. Washington's sitting fat at 219. Everybody's betting like the Bruins already lost. But let me tell you, kid, the Caps have been favorites 43 times this year. They've cashed in 28. That ain't invincible, that's just expensive. And when the line's this fat, 7 wins, 3 losses, that's 3 times out of 10 you could have cashed on the other side. Now sure, the Caps are lighting it up lately, 3.8 goals per game in their last 10, but they're leaking too, 2.9 goals against. They swing wild, leave their chin out. Then you got Boston, everybody's favorite punching bag tonight at plus 180. Yeah. They're cold, 2-7-1 in their last 10, scoring just 2.1 goals per game. I ain't here to sell you a fairy tale. But here's what no one's looking at. The Bruins? They lose, but they don't quit. They've been underdogs 40 times this season. They've cracked the books 12 times, and when the number's this ugly, plus 180 or longer, they're 1-5 on the money line. But that's not what we care about. We're not betting them to win. We're betting them to not lose by 2. The total tonight's 5.5 goals, tight, nasty. That's not a blowout, it's a knife fight. And in games like this, that extra goal and a half is a bulletproof vest. You know, kid, Bruins remind me of you. Everyone writes them off, calls them ugly, sloppy, doomed, but they hang around. And when the smoke clears, sometimes ugly wins. So what's the play? And today's AI pick is Boston Bruins plus 1.5, because the ugliest bets are the ones that cash when nobody's watching. And Elvis, remind me after this video, I gotta call the vet. We need to get your nails done. Can't have you tearing up the sofa every time the Bruins sneak one in. Now, let's keep this circus rolling, on to game 3. Bonnie and Clyde are next, and if you think this one was wild, wait till you hear what they've got cooking.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Clyde, it's Tuesday night and your mother's still crashing in our guest room. She said she'd leave Monday morning, but here she is, rearranging my furniture and commenting on my hair. And to top it off, you ate my last bag of sour gummies. You know I can't make picks without 'em. It's bad juju.
Bonnie, darling, the only bad juju here is Buffalo's road record. And my mum's got nothing to do with that. The Senators? They're on fire, 9 wins in their last 13. Dominating on home ice, 5 wins in their last 6. Meanwhile, the Sabres couldn't buy a win on the road, 11 losses in their last 14. That's not a slump, that's a death spiral.
And let's talk goalies, love. Ottawa's got Ullmark, 21 wins, 2.76 GAA, 909 save percentage, solid as a rock. Buffalo's rolling out Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen with a goals against average uglier than your mum's meatloaf, .23 and an .885 save percentage. Plus, Buffalo's dead last in the East. They're done, Clyde. Kinda like your mother's welcome here.
And today's AI pick is Ottawa Senators Moneyline, because the only thing more certain than the Sabres falling apart is my mother rearranging the living room again tonight.
Oh, what a delicious little dance we have tonight, my friends. Two teams stepping onto the ice like it's a back alley knife fight in Brooklyn. On one side, you've got the Tampa Bay Lightning 43 wins deep, sitting pretty in the Eastern Conference and on a 3-game heater. And across from them, the New York Islanders battered bruised and dragging a 5-game losing streak like a ball and chain behind them. Now, the Lightning ain't just showing up the hunting. These boys don't just win, they decimate. Tampa Bay's racked up 37 victories in 53 games when listed as the favorite. You give them the nod, they usually bring home the paycheck. And when odds makers put the Lightning at these low numbers, they've cashed 16 of 24 times. That's not luck, that's muscle. And how about that offense? They're averaging nearly 4 goals per game over the last 10, putting 39 pucks in the back of the net. And defense? Tighter than a drum. Just 23 goals allowed in those 10. They're not giving up cheap ones. The Islanders, on the other hand, are like a busted watch, occasionally right, but mostly a mess. They've been underdogs 38 times this season and only won 17 of them. Sure, they've pulled a few rabbits out of the hat, but tonight ain't one of those nights. And today's AI pick is Lightning Moneyline. Now don't blink, darling. Because we're sliding straight into Game 5 next, and you don't want to miss how Lilith's gonna wrap up this wild NHL night.
You ever get that feeling? That little voice in the back of your head saying, tonight's gonna get wild. That's exactly what's brewing at T-Mobile Arena. Vegas Golden Knights versus Edmonton Oilers. Now let's talk Oilers. They've been a roller coaster lately. The total has gone over in 5 of their last 6 games. But when they hit the road, it's the opposite. Under has cashed in 5 of their last 6 away from home. And history doesn't favor them in Vegas. They have dropped 4 of their last 5 visits here. But don't count them out. They've been beating up on the Western Conference over in 9 of their last 10. And they're 7-3 in their last 10 against Pacific Division teams. These boys like to keep it messy. Then there's Vegas Red Hot. 6 straight wins. 8 out of 9 at home. When the Oilers walk into Vegas, it's usually lights up. Golden Knights have taken 4 of the last 5 right here on home ice. Totals. Vegas likes to light up the scoreboard too. 5 of their last 6 against the West hit the over. But when April rolls around, they've played it a little tighter under in 4 of their last 6. So what's the play? It's pretty clear. And today's AI pick is over 6.5 goals. Now let me give you the full rundown. Here's your official recap of all 5 AI picks tonight. Game 1 over 5.5 goals, Panthers vs. Canadiens. Game 2 Bruins 1.5 Bruins vs. Capitals. Game 3 Senators Moneyline Senators vs. Sabres. Game 4 Lightning Moneyline Lightning vs. Islanders. Game 5 over 6.5 goals, Golden Knights vs. Oilers. And before you don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. We're sitting at 3,980 subscribers tonight, and we are this close to cracking 4,000. Be part of the crew before everyone else catches on. Now let's make some money. ILL, see you tomorrow.